The moon hung low in the ink-black sky, casting an ominous glow over the desolate town of Ravens Hollow. Among the decaying houses, a lone figure, Victoria, wandered through the narrow streets. The air was thick with an unsettling silence, broken only by the distant hoot of an owl and the creaking of long-forgotten swings in the abandoned playground. Victoria's footsteps echoed through the eerie emptiness as she approached the town's ominous centerpiece, the decrepit mansion known as the Veiled Abyss. The mansion, with its imposing façade veiled in overgrown ivy, stood as a haunting relic of a forgotten realm. Legends whispered of a malevolent force that had consumed the mansion and its inhabitants, leaving nothing but shadows in its wake. Determined to unravel the mysteries shrouding Ravens Hollow, Victoria pushed open the rusty gates and stepped into the mansion's overgrown garden. The air grew colder, and an otherworldly fog clung to the ground, obscuring the path ahead. Unfazed, Victoria pressed on, guided by an unseen force that seemed to beckon her deeper into the heart of darkness. As she entered the mansion's grand foyer, the oppressive silence gave way to haunting echoes. The walls seemed to whisper tales of despair, and the portraits of long-forgotten residents watched Victoria's every move with hollow eyes. The air became charged with a palpable malevolence, and a flickering candle in an ancient candelabrum cast grotesque shadows on the walls. Victoria ascended a grand staircase that groaned beneath the weight of time, leading her to a corridor lined with half-open doors. The mansion seemed to come alive with an otherworldly energy, each creak and moan a lament of souls trapped in a perpetual nightmare. As she ventured deeper, the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred, and spectral figures materialized in the corners of her vision. In a room at the end of the corridor, Victoria discovered a dusty library adorned with forgotten tomes. The pages of an ancient book whispered forbidden incantations, revealing a ritual that could unveil the secrets of the Veiled Abyss. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, she gathered the necessary ingredients and ventured into the mansion's forgotten chapel to perform the ritual. The chapel, with its dilapidated pews and shattered stained glass windows, became the stage for an otherworldly spectacle. As Victoria chanted the incantation, the air crackled with energy, and the shadows in the corners of the room writhed and a sudden gust extinguished the candles, plunging the chapel into darkness. In the inky blackness, Victoria felt a presence surround her, an ancient force awakened by the forbidden ritual. Whispers echoed through the chapel, and the spectral figures materialized once more, their mournful wails filling the air. The malevolent force, now free from its spectral prison, seeped into the very fabric of Ravens Hollow. The town transformed into a nightmare realm where the laws of reality bent to the will of the malevolent force. Buildings twisted and contorted, streets became labyrinthine passages, and the moon itself cast an unholy glow over the transformed landscape. Victoria, trapped in this nightmarish realm, felt the weight of the malevolent force closing in. As she navigated the distorted streets, Victoria encountered phantoms of Ravens Hollow's past, twisted versions of former residents consumed by the malevolent force. Each encounter brought her closer to the heart of the nightmare, where the Veiled Abyss loomed as a towering monolith of darkness. In the mansion's decaying ballroom, Victoria confronted the source of the malevolent force, a shadowy entity that seemed to devour the very essence of the town. The air crackled with malevolence as the entity confronted her, its form shifting and contorting with every passing moment. In a desperate attempt to banish the malevolent force, Victoria recited a counter-incantation gleaned from the ancient book. The room quaked as the ritual unfolded, and the entity unleashed a chorus of anguished screams. The very fabric of the nightmare realm began to unravel, and Ravens Hollow returned to its desolate state. As dawn broke on the horizon, Victoria stood before the once again dilapidated gates of the Veiled Abyss. The malevolent force, banished by her courageous act, lingered as a distant echo. Ravens Hollow, freed from the nightmare's grip, lay silent and still beneath the morning sun. Victoria, forever changed by her harrowing journey, left Ravens Hollow behind. The town, now a mere memory, faded into the distance as she ventured into the unknown. The malevolent force, defeated but not forgotten, watched from the shadows, an eternal specter lingering in the recesses of the Veiled Abyss.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like it for more content like this.